Hi everyone, Tori here with another Scrap Your Scraps video. This one is called Line 'em Up, or Line Them Up, but I was saying it cooler than that because, that's how I roll. I just wanted to say, everyone, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sorry for those of you who looked for a video last week and there wasn't one. As I posted on a couple of pages, um, I had really bad heat stroke and sunburn. I was doing a car wash all day Saturday and I was just so exhausted I didn't get a chance to make a video. So, really sorry about that, but I said I was going to make it up to you, so I'm going to make it up today by having 3 Scrap Your Scraps videos. Yep, that's right. Today you'll get to see Scrap Your Scraps number 9, 10, and 11. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for joining me. So today's Scrap Your Scraps video is using a different kind of scraps than what I normally use. It's actually branding strips, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't really throw anything away. I sort of keep it all, including the little branding strips that come on the bottom of scrapbook pages. So the 3 Scrap Your Scraps videos you're going to see today, they're all a little different, but they all use branding strips, and I really hope you enjoy them. So I'm scrapbooking old family photos. And this photo is a photo of myself and my cousin when we were little babies. And I'm going to be using a whole bunch of branding strips here. And basically the way that I chose them out was I wanted to do a page that just had branding strips with diagonal lines on them. And I had a ton of those because those ones are the ones that come off of the Studio Calico scrapbook pages. Their branding strips all look the same, so I was using those ones for this page. And there are a whole bunch of different colors, and I'm going to be using a whole bunch of them on here. I end up taking off all the gray ones, and I'm going to use that for the next project because I wanted to just stick with the more colorful ones. But I do play around with it for a little while before I really decide what I want to do and stick it down. One thing I wanted to say was if you don't have a bunch of branding strips that you've saved, you could cheat a little bit and just cut some papers that you have into like 1/2-inch strips or whatever size strips that you wanted. That's totally fine. I mean, the Scrap Your Scraps videos are for me because I wanted to find a fun way to scrap my supplies that were just sort of sitting around. And I know that a lot of you have been playing along with your scraps, but if you've been playing along and maybe cutting up paper or using 6x6 paper pads, which I heard some people are doing, that's totally okay. I'm just glad you're playing along and you're scrapbooking and you're having fun and you like the pages. I love doing these Scrap Your Scraps videos. They're so fun to me. And I don't know how many more I'm going to do, but I'm just going to keep going until I have no more ideas. And hopefully that's never, but so this one's pretty simple. I basically just decided I wanted to put a whole bunch of those branding strips in a line along the left-hand side of this white piece of paper. And that's what I end up doing. And I'm using my hot glue gun like normal because that's just, again, the way that I roll. And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Marcia Underwood, I think it is, who is over on the Nicole Jones Facebook page. And she did this really awesome layout inspired by my hexagon page. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out. Last time I did this, I gave a shout out to 2 other people who have been making a lot of pages. So I thought it would be fun to just give a shout out to somebody new. So if you are not on the Nicole Jones Facebook page, you should totally go join it because it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of inspiration and challenges and really awesome scrapbook people over there. So you should join us. And if you scrap one of my scrap videos, totally link it up because I would love to see what you're making. It's so fun for me to see people doing projects that are inspired by something that I've done. I don't know, like, there's so many awesome scrapbookers that I really look up to, and and I just love looking at their pages and seeing their videos, and to think that like some of you think of me that way, just honestly, like I can't even put it into words. Like I feel like I'm not, I don't know. I feel like I'm not good enough. And I mean that's probably totally a girl thing because I know a lot of women think that way about themselves. But yeah. And as a scrapbooker, I totally feel that way because nobody in my life really appreciates what I do. They all just think of it as a joke and a waste of money. But I have made such amazing scrapbooking friends on the Nicole Jones Facebook page and on the Studio Calico Facebook page and on YouTube. And it means a lot to me that you guys like what I do. I don't know. It makes me feel like, I don't know. It just makes me feel good. So thank you. And I just want to give you all a hug. And I don't even like hugging people, but I would totally give you a hug because I just really appreciate you. Okay, what am I doing on the scrapbook page? This is supposed to be a scrapbooking process video, and I haven't told you anything. So basically, I glued down all those stripes of paper, and then I mounted my photo on some blue cardstock, which was another scrap piece of paper that I had. It was all cut up, and I trimmed that out and stuck it down, and then I decided I wanted my title to be Cousins. And then in order to embellish this page, which is already pretty colorful, I decided to pick embellishments that were in the same colors or color families as the stripes that you're seeing on the page. So I'm basically just going through some of the Studio Calico embellishments I got this month in my kit, or just some of the stuff in my stash that matches the same colors. And I'm going to put them on a stripe that's the same color as the embellishment. And it's sort of a fun way to do it because you just get to have all these fun color matching pieces on there. I felt like the top left-hand corner needed something to distinguish it since the bottom corner was a little heavier with the photo. So I grabbed two banners, stripes. They were sparkly silver, and I just stuck those in the top corner. And then I'm just sticking down the embellishments that are on the page. So the two banner strips in the top corner just say Heart and Soul and Fabulous. And then I put a tag underneath the photo, and it just says Just an Ordinary Day. And I just thought that was cute because it's just an ordinary day of my cousin Megan and I sitting on the couch just looking adorable in our frilly dresses. And then I'm just grabbing the rest of my embellishments. So I've stuck on some chipboard hearts, and no, not hearts, I lied. Chipboard stars. I know my shapes, I promise. And then I'm just going through the rest of my embellishments, and I found some acetate hearts, a little vellum butterfly. I end up adding some buttons, a couple stickers, and just some die cut shapes that I had. And if you're wondering, I store all of my embellishments in color coding order in these bins I got at the dollar store. They're like 3 square bins, and they are attached, and I have 3 sets of those, so I total have 9 bins, and everything's color coded. So there's like a red box, a pink box, yellow, orange, and all the rest. And I love storing my embellishments like that because typically when I scrapbook based on color, so I'll want like all the blue embellishments. And it works out well here because the embellishments are going with the stripes of the branding strips. Now, a couple of the branding strips had words and phrases on them, and I don't really mind. Some of them were covered up by the photo. There is one that you do see just to the left of the photo, and it says Carpe Diem, which I think that's fine. And then there's one at the top corner that just says Life, Love, Paper for Studio Calico. But I don't think you really notice it that much because it's sort of covered by some of the embellishments. And then after I've stuck down all of my fun embellishments, I'm just going to finish the page by adding some journaling. And I'm just journaling about how this is my cousin Megan and I, and how we look so cute in our frilly dresses, and how we're instant friends, and not just cousins, but friends too. And that's it. The page is basically done. So that was the first Scrap Your Scraps video for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you to pull out some of your branding strips and make an awesome page. I will see you in the next Scrap Your Scraps video. Talk to you soon. Have a lovely day.